What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing today? Johnny No Cash here, and I'm going to be doing a review for Micheal. As you probably know, if you're familiar with my channel, I play like super heavy shit. And I always have. The moment I got a guitar, I was right into like super fast punk rock, and then I kind of graduated into metal and then branched out from there. But my entire life, I have really been more of a metalhead than anything. I love aggressive, pissed off music, crunchy guitars, and double bass. And so for me to do this review, for some of you, might be kind of odd. But for some of my close friends and family, you knew this was coming because I love Michael Jackson. Always have. He was the very first artist that I listened to that I didn't just like. I fucking loved this guy. I wanted to be Michael Jackson. So much so that I think I was like 6 years old. I was a really tiny little dude. I colored a white piece of paper black as much as I could, every fucking corner, and I cut it into squiggly lines and I taped it on my head. And I'd be dancing around the house, kicking and singing. And I know I'd get canceled and be called a racist today, but honestly, it was an homage because I wanted to be Michael Jackson. I wasn't making fun of him. I wanted to be little fucking Michael Jackson. And it's a great memory I have of doing that. And I know I have a photograph in one of my parents' or one of my family members' photo albums of a photo with me and my cousins. And there I am doing the kick and with the squiggly pieces of paper taped onto my head. And honestly, it's a great memory. And it just goes to show like how impactful he was then and how impactful he still is to me now. I adore his music. I'd buy every single magazine I could as a kid. And I'm a huge fan of the Dangerous record. I know it's one of his, that's kind of when he started going downhill, just publicly and I guess musically. But to me, I fucking love Dangerous. I think it's a really heavy record, to be brutally honest. Now, with that out of the way, let's get to the movie. So today's Friday, so it's the worldwide release today for like the public and whatnot, but I was able to see it last night late on a Thursday with a buddy of mine, and I've been waiting, and I said to myself, I'm watching this fucking movie as soon as humanly possible. I don't want to wait, and I don't want to be hearing the reviews or anybody's criticisms. I just want to go in and just at least for 2 hours and feel like I am watching Michael Jackson because I never had the fortune to see him live. And this is the closest that I will ever get to see him live. And so far, I've been noticing, because the moment I got out of the theater and I got home, I was like, what do other people think of this? Because I have some thoughts and some feelings about, what I thought of the film. And this movie's getting shit all over. It's got like a 20 or 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I'm wondering, what fucking movie did you guys watch? Like, this is a pretty damn good movie. Let's be honest. Pulling off a Michael Jackson film is like, that's an extreme challenge. Come on. This isn't just some fucking high school short film. This is a big budget Hollywood film of the biggest and most iconic artist of all fucking time. Elvis, yeah, I could find somebody to pull that off. John Lennon, yeah, I could find somebody. Michael Jackson, like, dude, you better be able to sing, you better have his mannerisms down, and you better be able to fucking dance. And you know how much work behind the scenes that is? I believe it's his nephew who's playing Michael Jackson, just absolutely crushed it. So much so that I genuinely thought that this movie was a movie about Michael Jackson, starring Michael Jackson. This kid was, I thought I was watching Michael Jackson. And the trailers are extremely deceiving. So if you're kind of on the fence on whether you want to watch this or not, and you've seen the trailers, fuck that shit. I was even skeptical with the trailers. I thought it looked kind of cheap, and the kid playing Michael Jackson, I wasn't seeing it at the time. But the moment you sit down, you got that big old fucking bag of popcorn, you just smoked a big gagger, like, you are in it. You are in this movie, and that is Michael Jackson on the screen. And I was smiling ear to ear the entire time. This is a celebration of life. This is a celebration of the greatest performer of all time. Now, of course, this is an only 2-hour movie, and Michael Jackson's life was full of just work. The guy never goddamn stopped. From a young age, right up until the day he died. I mean, this guy just never fucking quit. So the direction that the movie went in was very safe. So if you do like Michael Jackson, or even as a casual listener or viewer or whatever, or you're kind of impartial, I think you're really going to enjoy this. It's take your brain out and fucking, as I said, just sit down and enjoy the show, because this is all about his music. It is about some of his family life, his upbringing, his relationship with his brothers, and some of the music executives, and MTV and Pepsi and all this kind of shit, and especially the Jackson 5, which I just mentioned, but him growing up and starting his musical career with his family and then branching off and doing his own thing. So one of the things that I've been noticing a lot of these reviewers are saying in the negative aspect is that it's just a big music video. And they're not wrong. So, like, if you're looking for an intense drama where, you know, it's Michael Jackson, you know, getting beat at the very beginning, and it's just bullshit and like fighting and with his family and music execs and like drama, and then this huge epic concert at the end to kind of prove that all this work paid off, that isn't this movie. Which actually would be pretty damn cool. But from the moment the movie starts, like, it's music, and it's about his love for music and his dedication to being the greatest of all time. And they do that extremely well. Is this a movie that I'm going to be watching on repeat once it comes to streaming? Probably not. I did get the experience I wanted, but I think as an actor and somebody who does enjoy drama, I think my only major criticism, there's small gripes here and there, is that I would have preferred seeing a side of Michael that I'm not really super familiar with. Whereas everything in the movie I've kind of already saw, and by Michael Jackson. There's a few aspects here and there that show some behind the scenes. I really liked his mother. Of course, everyone's talking about Joe Jackson, who he crushes it. But there's a number of scenes with Mike and his mom where I just really liked that kind of the sentimental relationship that they had, and you really got to see like that kind of sensitive side with his mom and her care for Michael. I really like those moments, and I kind of wish there was a bit more of that stuff of, you know, the relationship with his brothers and especially the behind the scenes music execs and these money hungry rats that were just using him for more gain and more money and these types of things, whereas Michael just really wanted to fucking play music and be the best, which he was, and he achieved that. Like, that's a pretty, you know, that's like, you know, he's the Mike Tyson of movies, you know, or of music. The guy just would not stop, and he worked his damn ass off. So I just have to say, this movie really brought a smile to my face. The reviewers that are shitting all over this, they can go fuck themselves. This is a really fun time at the movies, and these people that are, you know, way too critical about a music movie. I get it. I get that some of these people they want clicks and views. And the best way you get clicks and views is hate. You know, well, that's why the news is still important. You know, when was last time you saw, you know, a fucking firefighter rescuing a kitty from a tree? Never. Because the only thing that sells is drama and bad things. And I think a lot of the reason why these reviewers are shitting on the movie is because they want clicks and they're being selfish. And no, this movie was quite good. One last thing about the direction. I do think that the director, there was a few times in the movie where I really wasn't digging what the director was doing. Some of the cuts and some of the shots did look a little kind of phony. Whereas, and then you'd cut to another scene and it's just like, God damn, like we are here. And then sometimes it kind of took you out of it. It was really my only major gripe. I think if I do watch this movie again, it will be in theaters because the energy and seeing it on the big screen is as close to seeing him in concert as you're ever going to get. And this is just a minor spoiler. I don't think I'd mentioned this earlier. It's just a minor spoiler, but we don't see all of Michael's life in this. Rightfully so, because I mean, as I've said, there's just so much to cover. So this movie does, this is, I guess, the spoiler, but this movie does end right at the beginning of the bad era. So I believe that's 87? And they definitely hint that there's going to be a sequel to this, which is definitely going to be taking place from the bad era, probably into the dangerous era, and then, of course, the allegations probably leading up to his death. God rest his fucking soul. And regardless of what you think of Michael Jackson, you can have your own opinions regarding the allegations and whatnot. It is extremely controversial, but for this particular movie, you know, turn off your brain, get some popcorn. As I said, smoke a gagger. I actually had a Mickey whiskey as well. So I was having a party. I loved it. And just enjoy the movie. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the greatest artist of all time coming to life one more time. And I'm totally cool if, you know, you don't like me for enjoying this movie. Bitch about it in the comments. But if you have seen it, also let me know why you liked it, because I really enjoyed it and I think you will too. So that's my review of I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch up with you soon. All the best.